Hi, welcome back to Amazingly Average, the show with advice for amazingly average authors and actors. My name is John. I sat and I recorded this whole video. More than half of it got deleted because every once in a while some sort of dark witchcraft happens with iMovie and you lose your footage. And then I sat down, I started recording it again, and then my camera malfunctioned and everything was gone. And I could choose to get upset about it, but I'm being very firm and deciding to be productive instead and decide to sit down and re-record at least some of the video. There's a skit in the beginning of it that I just don't feel like I can rally to do that right now, so I might do that for the next one. But I do want to share something. In the acting industry, or most industries I imagine, there's going to come a time when your self-esteem takes a beating, and I haven't booked a paid job in 7 months. Which stinks because last year was the best year I've ever had, and I was watching a video on the Terrell YouTube channel. A singer, Kimberly Joy, was speaking, and something about what she was saying just sort of hit me. You know, everybody in the social media age, we put out the best version of ourselves, what we think is the best version of ourselves, but the best version of you is who you are. You're beautiful just the way you are, just the way you were created, just the way God made you. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says. It doesn't even matter what the horrible voice in the back of your head says sometimes. You know that voice. You know what I'm talking about. That doesn't matter. Truth is this. You are beautiful and you are loved. You know, every once in a while, God or the universe or whatever powers may be, even this flying spaghetti monster, they'll put something in front of you that speaks to you at that moment. And I'd watched that video before, but what she said sort of resonated with me right now. So I decided I had to sit down and I had to just buck up and try again. So today's tip is for the amazingly average authors out there. CV, Celeste Venom, the female anti-hero protagonist of the next novel I'm writing, Snakes on the Moon. You know, I was joking about that, but I think I'm gonna do it, so please don't plagiarize this idea. It actually stands for character voices. Now we're gonna cut back to the video I did before. I've said in videos in the past that sometimes I'll just watch the voice and then see one of the singers and then I just invent a backstory for them and make them a character in one of my books, which is kind of the antithesis of the voice, I guess, because they only listen to their voice before they hit their button. I challenged myself to write 3 feature screenplays during quarantine, and the first one was pretty easy because I had already shot a short film version of it, so I already knew what the characters looked like and how they spoke. The second and third one were a little complicated though, because there was just so many new characters. A few of the characters that I was writing sort of came to me organically and weren't too hard to write, but there was one character named Albert that I was actually having a hard time coming up with dialogue for. Something that I found that helps make character voices very easy to actually physically hear in your brain is to think of a real life person, and then that can help inform how that character would speak in your writing voice. So for the character of Albert, I literally thought of Cary Grant in any of his movies, and then Albert's speech pattern came very easily and it wasn't too hard to write him. The benefit of having real life actors already attached to a project that you're writing is that you already know what they sound like in real life and their cadence and what their strengths are on camera, and then it helps you write speech for them that will believably come out of their mouth and will bring out the best performance in them. Does your animal protagonist sound like Gilbert Gottfried? Does your creepy neighbor antagonist sound like Ursula the Sea Witch? Well, all of my examples come from Disney. Hannah Montana. Knock knock. Who's there? Banana. Banana who? No! A banana! Fruit! Haven't you heard of it, you idiot? And it's time for another What's in John's mug? Wine. Which I've had a whole lot of in my solitude during this quarantine. If you like this video, then listen to the voices in your head. If not, then listen to the voices behind your head. Professor Quirrell. Harry Potter. So stupid. Amazingly average. I have literally 0 voices in my head, not even my own. It's like a literal cave in there, which is great for sleeping, but awful for remembering orders. Good thing I'm a waiter.